So before we had SBTV, GRM, Link Up TV, before we had Instagram where we were sharing video clips online, we were hand to hand sharing DVDs by this legend right here. Paving the way for everything that came after him. It's Rooney, Risky, fucking Roadz. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. I appreciate it. Come on, man. What a journey, brother.
Mad, yeah.
What a journey. And I know that you're from East London.
Yeah.
But whereabouts are you from?
Bethnal Green.
Cool. And what was growing up like for you?
Growing up for me was like, I was everywhere. Like, just, you know, like I used to just, all different areas. I had friends from all over the place. I would always be in different places, yeah.
You weren't scared?
Yeah, no.
That kind of carried on as well in the journey, innit? You've never really been fearful to go anywhere.
No, definitely not. I'm one of them, if I've got a reason to go somewhere, I'll go there.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I became like that later on. Growing up, I couldn't be like that because, you know, all the politics and stuff, like being a young man from a certain area. But when I started realising, do you know what? There's a whole world out here.
That's true.
I started to do that.
I think with me, it's like Bethnal Green.
Yeah.
Bethnal Green's like one of them areas, like a pass-through area in a sense.
True.
Like, because everyone from all different places come there. There might be like the trainer shop, Meteor, Mr. Sneakers now. People cut. So you see people from all different places, like the McDonald's. There was always different people in the McDonald's, the youth centre. So there was like...
Because where it was situated. Yeah, true. Now, 2003, you're working in the legendary rhythm division in Bow, E3, East London. And you're seeing all these MCs who you rated so highly coming in all the time, but you didn't recognise their faces, but you knew their voices. And then it comes to you, Risky Roadz, the idea. Take me back to then.
It was like, I used to DJ. DJing was my passion. Like one of my pals, I've known him for years. He's best friends with Merkston.
Okay, cool.
Weird how it all coincides, but he used to DJ, and he kind of got me into DJing, so I started DJing, buying tunes in rhythm. You get your little monies and whatever. Yeah. And then I got a Saturday job in rhythm, and that was when it started to, like, you had things like A+ was doing Eskimo Dance DVD or Jammer's Birthday Bash, and then you had Lord of the Decks.
Lord of the Decks,
So them things are there, but then it was like, there was like other people that I didn't know their faces. So them other people that wasn't on them things, I wanted to see, and when they used to come in the shop, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
It was my way of getting in, because the DJing, I kind of called it a day on.
Yeah.
I done a warm-up set for EZ, and
Sick.
I had PSG and Creed on my set.
Sick.
And I said to myself, that's the pinnacle of what I'm doing as a DJ.
Ain't gonna get no better than that. Like, in garage days.
Yeah, that's it. I've done Pirate Radio. I've done that. Like, so, but I love this thing.
Yeah.
And that was my in.
Sick. One of the best parts of your story that I really love is that you asked your nan for money to buy a camera.
Yeah.
Big up nan.
Yeah, definitely.
But do you know what I thought? If your nan never said yes, the world might have never had Risky Roadz.
I know.
And everything that followed after it.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think of it, because you don't know what... It's like the butterfly effect. Without that, like same way without A+, without Jam, like without us three, there might not have been
Everything
where things are now.
Yeah, of course.
And the whole thing would have been different. Because like hip hop, when that started, there wasn't like us there to capture it from the like the beginnings.
Of course, yeah.
Grime's special in a sense because we caught it from it went garage to Grime.
True.
So it's been visualized since the beginning.
That's true, because I remember when you were talking to Dizzy Rascal, I think this must have been around the time that Boy in the Corner was coming out, and you said to him, people are saying you've left garage, but on the album there's garage tracks. So we were still calling it garage at that time.
Never even had Grime when we was filming. Yeah, the Grime title come later.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was like dark garage. That was how we used to describe it.
Yeah, because they didn't like it. They were trying to get, I say us, I wasn't involved, but they were trying to get that part of it out. The garage heads didn't like the new way that was coming in.
Because it was spoiling the loafers and the...
Yeah, and the skanking. Like, we kind of just wanted to hold a mic and...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was like nasty pay as you go. For me, they was the ones. Like, obviously Soul Solid was doing what they was doing, but like, if it was Pirate, I couldn't pick up Soul Solid. Because that's South, you know, like, I couldn't pick them up.
I used to put the hanger into the aerial and twist it a certain way, and I've got sets. Even to now, I've got them on tape.
Yeah.
But it's a bit scratchy. But we couldn't get your stations from East.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, we couldn't get all of your stations.
Yeah, it was pay as you go and nasty for me. So like, when it was garage, you had like pay as you go started to like do what they was doing, and they like got me into what was going on. And then I remember, never forget when they was on TV. It's kind of weird synergies, right? Because they was on a show called Faking It.
Okay.
Where they had to pretend, where they had to make. There was a guy who was a lawyer, and they had to make him be a garage MC, and he had to fake it as a garage MC.
Sounds
and then
familiar,
people
but
pick.
I can't really. Yeah.
So like, I'm at school, I'm doing DJing. I haven't even picked up my camera yet, and I'm seeing. So that was another inspiration moment. 'Cause it's like, well, that's Page Go. Right, that's mad. Like,
putting
like,
an image
to these voices. Like, you see Wiley about, because obviously Bethnal Green is always around. Like, but then it was a mad kind of thing, and that was another moment of, right, this is what they look like. And then later on, after Risky Roads and that, and I ended up working for the company that made Faking It as an editor.
Oh wow!
So it's like some weird kind of
how things
synergy.
coincide.
And then like Plague from Page Goes, his little boy is my godson.
Oh wow!
So like from
Plague
starting,
Galero,
it ends up
legend as well.
Yeah, so it's mad.
And then crazy. Plague Galero was hard.
Definitely.
But going back to the story, what I was gonna say is, even like with a bit about your nan, like, I heard that your nan is even like really good friend, or not good friends, but she's really comfortable and really kind of got a good relationship with a lot of artists as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like artists come around, like she's mum, like my mum and my nan, and mum and nan to like the scene in a sense. To see them out, hello mum, you're right, nan, you're right. Come around, chill, like Kane, Skep, you know what I mean, Gets, like everyone really, like they've all been around my house and chill, like gigs, like.
That's
Nan spoke to Gigs on the phone a couple of weeks ago. That's mad, you know, like.
You're right, Gigs.
And Kane and, you know, like,
that must be mad. That is so sick. And like going forward, like I know that you went yourself and bought some videos on some books on editing videos, and you invested your student loan money into pressing up DVDs.
Yeah.
Do you think, or should I say, how important is that self-investing and self-starting mentality in this industry?
You have to do it. Like, it's the most important thing, because if you don't believe in yourself and you're not willing to take the chance of yourself, then you're never going to get anywhere. Like, somewhere along the line, sometimes it can be, it's like a blessing and a curse, because you keep putting, and you might not get to where you want to be immediately, and it can take its toll on that side of it. Like, you know, it's like creative industry, it takes your headspace.
Of course.
And it's hard when you keep battling to get wherever and you're doing what you're doing. But if you don't invest in yourself, others ain't going to do that. And I just literally had that conversation with a pal of mine on the way down here, and he was like, he's doing massive things in photography at the moment. And then we were having this talk about, everything that got in lately I've spent back into what I'm doing. And we was having that exact conversation, how important it is, because nowadays new equipment comes out every day. You have to be on top of that.
You got to stay updated.
And then other bits like websites, business, like you go completely down to even like trademarking, company registration. Like if you don't do them things, who's gonna, you know what I mean? So you have to invest in yourself.
A great idea or a great concept can get stolen from you.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to invest in yourself to get to where you need to be. And
but you clocked that early, and I think maybe you clocked it earlier than maybe a lot of people, especially in our scene, did.
And the thing is as well, like sometimes when you are early, it makes it harder. Because I've done so many things that I'm seeing things happen now, but I've kind of had them in my back pocket for years. But when I was trying to push them, people weren't ready for them. So sometimes being ahead of your time is a harder one. So you have to play a bit of a longer game. But it's you have to take that into yourself.
Definitely.
And that never give up thing. Like music's not overnight.
Yeah.
And that's what some people like. At the moment, it can be overnight.
Yep. Internet.
Like you can wake up and you got 2 million views. But then sometimes when something's easily got, it's easily lost.
True.
If you build that longevity and it takes a while, if you stick with it and eventually get to where that goal is, you've got that whole backstory as well.
True.
And people forget sometimes the beauty of that. Even myself sometimes. You think, I wish I could be further than where I am. But it's the long game. Look what I have done.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with Skep, because like you do get in your head sometimes, like I want to be able to do music full time every day, whatever, but life doesn't always allow that. And I was having a talk with Skep, and Skep was like, have you made it already? I'm like, no, but I don't want to be like, because obviously cab driver as well on the side. I want to do music full time. Like, he's like, yeah, but you've made it. Look at, like, you've done this video, you've done my video, you've done Kane's video, you've done Gigs video. You like, look what you've built. You've made, like, shut up, man. When someone breaks it down for you like that,
have to realise it
you
yourself.
have to, because you do get caught up sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to have that belief in yourself. And
do you know what? I had a moment. Not to go off a tangent, but I had a moment like that with Getz. And I was just kind of like giving him his props. I was just like, yeah, but gee, like you done this, and he was like, yeah, but Roach, he calls me Al.
Yeah.
He goes, Al. He goes, but what you've done, there's no blueprint for. And it's like, until he said that, yeah, I didn't really realize it. And even when he said that, I was like, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
But then when I sat down and I thought about it, what he was saying is, because obviously me and you, we are in this industry from a different perspective. You're a creative, I'm a creative, you're a creative in terms of you are, I guess you are the visionary.
Yeah.
And I am, I guess, maybe a voice of narration or just a voice.
And
in it. So, and then what he was saying is, in terms of how I've taken what I did here and I've gone to TV, he was saying there's no blueprint for it. And I was like, but you know what, that's actually kind of true. But I don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we do have to take time to really think about our own journeys and kind of give ourselves like a pat on the back and say, well done. Still keep going,
of course,
but say well done for what you have done. And to go back to your journey, I know one of the first shoots that you did for Risky Roadz was with Rico Dan at McDonald's in Bow in East London. Yeah. Do you feel like that fundamental grassroots grit is missing from the scene a little bit now?
Sometimes. I'm a purist. Like, don't get me wrong, I can do a glossy music video, but I also do like doing the raw ones. Like, and that is what grime is. Like, that aesthetic of like what we was just saying. You get up and you need to do it. I can't get a location. Fuck it, we do it on the roadside.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. That
spontaneity sometimes is missing a little bit, because I think it's a bit of an image thing sometimes. And you know what? If you do break it down and like, we had nothing. There wasn't anything. Like, it was literally a camcorder that you would take on holiday, and then that's how we've built this thing.
I remember the first time someone told me about planning permission, and I was like, "What's that?" Because I've done stuff where we're just filming on the roadside, but like I didn't even know you're actually supposed to get permission.
Liability insurance.
Yeah. Didn't even know all of these things, bro.
One loophole I clocked early though was, if you don't set up a tripod, you can film anywhere. If the tripod's out,
but back in the day,
then you need planning permission.
So that makes it, in a sense, we weren't doing nothing wrong then, because a lot of times most of us were just handheld.
Yeah, unless it was like a place with high security.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like if you was going to do a music video or whatever, and we needed a scene somewhere.
You need a setup. Yeah.
Camera out quick.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, but I ain't got it on everything.
On a tripod.
It's
smart. I didn't even see. These are the little gems that we can like drop and give to people, I guess, who are like starting out as well.
Remember the panel we did recent with SB?
Yep.
And the guy was like, the budgets and, you know, like getting permission to film. Certain time, bro, you might have a window of 20 minutes before security come.
Yeah.
Grab
Use
what
that.
you need
exactly.
and get out.
Use that. 100%. And going back to your journey as well. When you started the DVD, I remember you saying you didn't see it so much as a DVD, you saw it as a documentary of grime and its growth. And me being a documentary man now, like, I find it kind of interesting that even back then you had that mentality. How and when did that happen for you?
Well, it was like Sparky, who I worked with in Rhythm. Me and him come together and said whatever. And like I said, as a fan, it was like I wanted to know certain things. Like, I'm not a producer, but I'd always find it interesting to make beats. So how do you make a beat? I want to learn something here. So it was kind of like me learning through holding a camera. Me and Sparky used to sit down, and Sparky, because obviously he'd done the rhythm division thing, he'd worked in a record shop for a long time. He had different angles of thinking, and the both of us kind of complemented each other well, and that was how it kind of, I wanted to create kind of like sub-series within the bigger DVD. So you had the street stories, you had the know the levels, you had the freestyles, you had the producers, you had the interviews, you had it was just a bit of kind of, you could put it in, and you've got a screenshot of grime right now with everyone who's like from coming through to the big names.
It was almost like a visual book.
Yeah.
You had chapters.
It's like the thesaurus.
Yeah, literally.
And
you had like chapters, and you could like literally find every element to our scene.
Even doing that was hard work, because a DVD, I didn't know nothing about, none of this. I taught myself. Risky Roadz 1 was the first thing I ever edited, the first thing I ever put out. And I remember we had like 5 hours. A DVD holds hour and a half, 2. And I'm thinking, like, I bought these DVDs, won't burn.
How the hell am I going to get it all?
So then I had to find out this thing called dual layer discs.
Yeah.
So they allowed me to put the 4 hours onto the thing. But these dual layer discs, they was like 15 quid a go. And when I was burning it, the first time it took like 48 hours to render Risky Roadz 1. And 24 hours to burn after. And it failed like 4 times. And the pressing plant was waiting for it. So it was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. And there was this box. And it's like, after this, I had a tattoo, everything happens for a reason. Because it was like, you know what? There was a box and it said, with this tick, you can only play it on games consoles. But that box is a standard to be on for some reason with this program that I had to burn it, because I didn't really understand it then. As soon as I unticked that, it burnt.
No way.
And it was fine. So it was like the computer was telling me, no, you don't want to be doing that. Because could you imagine? Like the Risky Road, and no one can watch it unless they put it in a PlayStation.
Yeah, and then it would have. But you know, it would probably still done what it done, though. It would have done what it done.
But it would have been ag.
Yeah.
Because everyone would have been phoning up.
Yeah. That's crazy, though. Like, see, people don't realise that. As much as all of us enjoyed Risky Roadz, and I did, I bought the DVD, like, we would have never known 48 hours of rendering happened for that to actually take place.
And even back then as well, if you used to film something, you had to capture it for the length of the time. Yeah. Like, it wasn't just to drag it off a memory card and in.
Yeah.
If I filmed you for an hour, I've got to watch you back for an hour to put it into the computer.
No way.
So we used to do an interview. I used to go home, capture it, edit it. So it was like, it was done. But Risky Roadz, like, they took about a year to kind of
put together.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure we had everybody.
Yeah.
There were still certain people that they might not have made it on there, and then you had ones that make it on there, and then they've ended up being massive off the back of it, like Temper T. Grips bang him, and then everyone knew about him. You know that?
I don't talk about that because we're going to play a game later. We're going to play a game later. I was going to test your knowledge, but I think you still remember things, which is not good. Moving forward though, what's good, cuz? What's crackling? I've been in the hood blood. Still battling, still trying to. So when I see Fez, they only see legs. Yeah, I'm still panicking. And I left them snakes in the past, but I still see snakes in the grass, still rattling. That Gets freestyle was legendary. Phenomenal. Yeah. Like, it was game changing. It was career building.
Yeah.
And I know that he actually played it at a show in the O2, and he actually invited you down there, and he bigged you up to the audience when he did that.
I remember, you know what, it was a time when I had some stuff going on,
yeah,
and I didn't want to pick up, like, not I didn't want to, I kind of left the camera for a minute because I had life stuff going on.
Yeah, of course.
And I said to him, he said to me about coming to the show, for that show. I'll never forget this, I don't even know, he probably won't remember it, but I always remember it. And he said to me, you can only come if you bring your camera. I was like, oh gee, I ain't been filming. No, that's it. So I went there, filmed. And I had people in the crowd, I swear that's risky. And then he's done that.
Yeah.
And then everyone was talking to me after, and that kind of relit another fire.
Of course.
So I won't, like, them things I won't forget. He didn't, he never allowed me to stop.
To dip out.
Yeah. Like, there's a couple people that always drawed for me, like Sket, Gets, Kane, Chronic, you know what I mean? Like, guys that would, like, if you're quiet, you know what?
Come back.
Come and do a vid. I want a vid. Like, so it was like that.
That's sick.
And them things I won't ever forget that one. That's it was a big moment in.
Of course.
From then it propelled back into doing it again.
And I remember when you filmed The Movement and Boy Better Know on the infamous Roman Road in East London, and at that time they had the best in the game rivalry going on, and as much as it was supposed to be back to back, it was very clashy. Like, it was very clashy. So you see, when you're filming those moments, do you realize, or do you feel like the epicness of the moment? Can you tell?
100%. Like, Gets his freestyle. When I went there that day, what I just got was mad.
It was like 15 minutes he was going for.
I was there for 45 minutes, and he was
just going on.
Going.
And he had secret in it.
That was But he said in that thing, MCs know the levels. Yeah, that created that whole chapter marker, that series of Know the Levels. Gets made that from doing that because it was too epic to just have as an 8-bar or a 16.
Yeah.
So that new section was made off of the back of that. But then, like, that movement thing, when I went there, they phoned me and they was like, hey Roon, like, we're going da-da-da-da. So I jumped and got down to there. And then everyone's there, and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a bit...
It's going to be tense.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
It was tense as well.
And it was just, it was like, as soon as you're filming it, when I'm filming something, I've got a massive smile on my face. I know that, that something major's going to happen.
But that's what I love about Grime as well, like, because as much as, like, some of those guys really didn't like each other as well, lyrically, I'm better than him, but nothing ever happened. It's like, man, we're just cheekily going back after each other, making sure that they're going after a certain MC.
And there's stuff that you will clock now that you might not have even clocked all them years ago.
True.
because
now you know more of the stories.
you know more
and
of the
stuff.
stories. It's like, oh, like
Yeah.
Will said don't send, but then Will sent a bar
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Oh, this
But that's Wiley though.
Yeah,
Wiley's like that. Wiley will go, oh mate, listen, there's so many memories. And even going forward from that now, yeah, when you filmed that, more recently actually, Pirate Mentality on Channel 4.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that program.
Thank you.
Like, let me know how you got involved in that and what happened.
Basically, they had the production running to an extent, and I got a call from Frisco saying, "Room, we need you to, like, I need you to help me pull this together."
Yeah.
And I went and sat down with Isaac and Toby, the director.
Big up
And,
Isaac.
Yeah.
Big up
always.
Isaac, yeah.
And they kind of had this idea to do a pirate radio set, and they wanted to do like the end game creative pirate radio set in a warehouse or something. And I said, nah, no one's gonna turn, like, it's just another thing. Warehouse, nah. And I said to Frisco, Frisch, you know where we should do it? We should do it in Rhythm, bro.
Yeah.
I said, I know it's a coffee shop, but we could turn it to Rhythm again for one day.
100%.
And Frisco was like, yeah, that's sick. And then still then the director and Isaac was a bit unsure. It's like, it's small. I'm saying, nah, but the intimacy is what's gonna, that's Grime.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Like, I've got footage of that exact thing happening in that place.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get people come just because the nostalgia, like, this is Rhythm.
Yeah.
So for one night, let's make it, and it's special for us.
Of course, yeah.
As much as it is, like, we could turn this into a pirate radio.
Yeah.
It's not.
It ain't gonna be the same though.
Nah,
yeah.
Rhythm was Rhythm.
The essence.
And that was my payback to that shop, because that shop gave me everything.
True.
So it was like, you know what, this is like a little homage. People can't forget Rhythm. I can't forget Rhythm. So it's like, that was how I kind of done that. And because, like, Frisco pulled me in, between me and Frisk, we had whoever we wanted to have, you know, we could just ring people and
bring them in.
Make it happen. And that was how it kind of come around. That was the first thing I've done in front of camera.
Okay.
Other than interviews.
Yeah,
Like, obviously you do interviews
yeah.
in front of, but me actually hosting.
In front, yeah, it was sick, bro.
Thank you.
And even like, what did you do? You put the GoPro on the actual mic?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is, obviously.
That idea was a guy called Toby who done that.
That was sick. Yeah. Because you know what it is? We've all seen man on the mic, like, spitting their heart out. But bro, from the perspective of the GoPro being on the mic, it was almost, but it was, I don't know, man. It was just like, it took you to some sort of
It's a shame that GoPro batteries don't last.
Yeah, it probably died a lot.
Yeah.
No.
But, and then once it's gone, you can't stop someone from spraying and whatever.
It's got to keep it going.
Yeah, but that was I enjoyed that, and that's kind of led on to the works that I'm doing now, like the Birmingham project and my project myself that
you're building.
Yeah, and it's me kind of more in that role of being in front as well as behind. I think you should be, man.
I think you should be, honestly, genuinely. I think you should be. I don't think that anyone can tell a story or tell this story like how you can. And I know you said also one of your best moments in this industry has been seeing Skepta internationally, just like smashing things. Because you remember when Skep phoned you with his first lyric.
Yeah.
Do you remember the lyric? What lyric was it?
Yeah, it was the lyric that he rang me with when he started spraying was "Go on then, go on then." Like,
yeah, I thought so.
But then he done another bar and he went to Hot 97 in America and he sprayed with this bar and it was like, "Maximum, don't mix it. Sonic, not even Rooney would risk it."
Risk it, yeah.
And it was like, hey, Skip, like,
that was hard.
Yeah. I was walking down Old Street. I remember still now, like.
Yeah.
And we was like saying, like, bro, you're sick now, like.
Yeah.
And he just kept it.
Going.
So from that to that, and then I'm seeing visuals that I've created for him and his album playing behind him when he's winning a Mercury and a Niva Novello. For me, it's like raw, like, or his Ali Pali show.
Yeah, sick.
And then my visuals are behind him to all these, and people are watching my videos subconsciously, but I'm standing there and they don't even
know.
That's like,
some people do know.
Yeah, but it's like it's a magical thing to see.
Moment.
Them things, you
yeah,
know, like,
I was gonna say that because you went on to like do some sick videos. Was it That's Not Me remix?
Yeah.
It Ain't Safe.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You did Chip's Scene video. Yeah. You did Kano's Freewheel Ups.
The Freewheel Ups, Garage Skank, Hail, New Banger for Kane.
Works.
I've done so many, man. Devlin. I've done Krypton Conan Kalas. Will never come out. the label messed up schedules, but that video is one of my favourite videos to this day. I'll show you it.
Yeah, show it to me. Yeah. I get an exclusive.
Yeah, I've done loads of videos for so many artists and like gigs and Theophilus London.
Yeah. That video was. Oh, you did that video as well?
Yeah, I've done that video. Yeah.
That video was sick. Little barbecue situation.
Yeah. You know what's the maddest one though? I mean, it will happen. Like, this is an exclusive. I'll give it to you. No one knows this.
Yeah, cool. Shh.
No, you can. Whatever. Last summer, you know when Drake was over last?
Yeah.
I come out the gym and I had a text on my phone. Yo, Roon, will you shoot me a vid? Like, Drake asked me to do him a video. So I was like, nah, don't. No, of course I will. Like, when you're ready, kind of thing. And he's scheduling and whatever, and he had to fly out, and it never happened. But yeah, that's one that will happen.
Because I heard that Drake and Rick Ross have both been hollering for like, or had hollered for the Risky Road to get right with Risky Road.
Rick Ross was on the Movement doc.
Oh shizzle, yeah.
Yeah, Rick Ross is actually on the Movement documentary.
And you filmed it as well.
I filmed that, yeah.
Sick, bro. So many sick things. Even, do you know what I liked as well? That Stay With It video that Sus and Skepta did. I like that.
Thank you.
And do you know why I liked it? Because it was authentic, Risky style, but they had like a modern gloss on it.
Yeah.
They put like a modern gloss on it. It was sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what like. And then like recently I've done Devlin's one off his new album.
Oh, wicked.
So it's like I can do the glossy normal video, but then so I've just got enough like a different kind of style.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I've got mad ideas, and I think when it gets to that realms of doing the budgets, then you get bigger things. Like there's another little one that no one knows.
Yeah.
When Treatments was going out for ASAP and Skep, The Shine.
Yeah.
I emailed like one of my favourite music video directors is a guy called Dave Myers.
Oh yeah.
He does. He done Kendrick Lamar, Humble, and all them. Like he's Grammy award winning.
Yeah, sick guy.
So I messaged his office and was like, I can't even remember what I said. It was just something like big. Like I'd love to work alongside, or if I go to, like I was supposed to go to LA last year, but it never happened. I was like, I'd love to connect or something. This is what I do. And his office called me immediately. Dave was using my Skepta videos as a reference while he was writing a treatment for that video. And he asked me to authenticate his treatment, and I ended up going back and forth writing ideas to help, for his pitch for that video.
Did you get credited for that as well?
I would have if it had happened, but Dexter Navy obviously won the video. He got the thing through. But yeah, just to I learned so much just over an email string with someone like Dave Meyer. But then that journey from like a camcorder my nan lent me the money for to a Grammy award-winning director asking for my opinion and helping him write a treatment, it's kind of mad.
That is actually mad, bro.
And so hopefully I go to LA some point this year or whatever. I would like connect and because I can learn so much from that world. You know,
100%.
Everything I've kind of done so far has been small budget. Shoestring or whatever. But my ideas, I've got so many ideas. If I get bigger budgets, I can actually pull them off.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to see how because his budgets must be astronomical.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. They got millions for budgets for videos. But you know what? Yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about as well is, there's so many good memories. Yeah. Yeah. But also in this industry, bro, it's not easy, man.
Mm-mm.
And I know you took a break at a time. You went off, you did the knowledge.
Yeah.
You learned the knowledge of London and became a black cab driver. But a lot of people are not as proactive, and a lot of people end up finding themselves in depression or just getting really down in this industry because the industry is so up and down itself anyway. So how did you manage to, I guess, stay so logical and stay so strong throughout your time when you had your little break?
I think I always had an advantage because the biggest of my friends, so that helped. So something, but that time in the break, it was life, like I said, and I never wanted to have to be in a position where I hate picking up a camera to shoot something that I don't believe in because I need the money. Yeah. And that was why I did the cab. I'm just lucky in the sense that the cab's become a character and an accent, an accent to who I am in this thing. But it is hard, like I said, even them talks with Skep. I think sometimes mental health and things like that, depression, people don't always talk. But if you talk, you do end up, you realise certain things. Like I said, I'm not always where I want to be. I don't want to have to go in my cab, but some days I have to. Yeah. And that can get you down. Yeah. But you just have to kind of focus on where you want to go and know that you have to, if you keep knocking, eventually a door will answer.
100%.
And you've got to kind of just setting a thing of believing in that, I suppose, and that's all you can do. Just have faith in yourself and that, and talk it out. Talk to people, because I'm sure like every creative, like we was just saying, like even you said you have your up and down.
Yeah, man, 100%.
When you have them to actually open your mouth and talk, you realise you're not the only one in that position.
True.
And that makes you feel better in a sense. And then sometimes review where you've been and where you are now, because that helps, you know. And them things, and you end up knowing your worth to something. Like I realised my importance to this when I took that time out. Like the things I've done and the things I want to do, you know, and that you do sometimes need to take time. And if things get like that, because you don't ever want to hate what you love.
100%.
And that's a big thing sometimes in this, and people don't like talking because it's a bravado thing, and
that's why I ask you, man, because I feel like we don't speak about that, especially as men. Like we don't speak about the fact that, oh, do you know what, right now I'm having a really down time. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think we need to do it more. And another thing as well is relationships, friendships, family, love. How important are those in this industry to you as well?
If I never had the support of my family, I wouldn't have done anything in the first place. My mum bought my computer, my nan bought me a camera. They allowed my house to be an open house to everybody.
That's a big thing as well. Support, that's a big thing.
I probably wouldn't have been able to do what I've done. Relationships is harder because some girls don't always understand the dual life. Like you might have girls in the industry who's just a person in an office ringing you at 1 a.m. because music's got no hours to talk about a project they're doing tomorrow. And that's a strain sometimes. Like, why is she ringing you at da-da-da-da? You know what I'm saying? Like them things are juggles, but you have to deal with it. And you have to always put what you believe in first. Like can't compromise with things like that, you know. And friendships, I'm lucky in the sense of like I said, my friends are some of the biggest in the industry. So to have their supports and like if I got an idea as a creative, you know, if you haven't got the backing of your powers to do something, we can't make nothing happen. So they have to believe in where you're going with something as well, because certain time they must think, oh, what's he want now when they're phoning out? But it's not always that, you know. I'm one of them. I don't ask for a lot. I don't ask unless it's something that I believe in.
I'm exactly the same. I would have asked you to be here today if I didn't believe in it. You know what I mean?
Well, when you rang, it was like, because cool. There's something proper.
It's true.
And support from all different ways is massive, you know. Important. And it has to, without it, you don't get where you need to be.
True.
But you have to support yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is something as well that with a cab, it gave me freedom to do that. And I think a lot of people sometimes won't admit that they've got a second job, or they find it hard to do that because they want to be seen that the music's actually doing. But it's not a crime to have another thing.
Of course.
To support what you want to do.
I've always done other things. Always.
Yeah, and but a lot of people won't talk about it, and that's pressure in itself.
And do you know what I realised? When you speak about it more, you can actually start to combine it.
Of course.
With what you do with your because I'm a behaviour specialist outside of doing the TV work and presenting work. And some of my shows, if you know some of the documentaries I've done on TV, is basically utilising the skills that I've got as a behaviour specialist to speak to young people that are involved in unfortunate circumstances and lifestyles. So you're right. There's nothing wrong with having, and you have to in this industry.
Of course.
Nobody's out here just
every single day you've got income. You could have a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks where you've got nothing.
No, of course.
And you don't want to, as a creative, you don't want to just be churning out a video every single day because then it becomes monotonous.
Yep.
And then you don't want that, and then your ideas get a block.
You still need to love it.
Yeah, you have to love it.
You still need to love it.
And the cab, for me as well, actually doing the knowledge is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
I can imagine, that must be crazy.
It is mental. But it's only you. Only I can do it. No one can help me, whatever. When you go to the exams, there's multiple exams, it's you and the examiner. That's it. So it's you. Everything's you. At that, and then obviously talking to the public every day, dealing with different people, all kinds of... The level of confidence it gave me in myself allowed me to step in front of a camera. Because before I was a bit quiet, like, no, I don't really... Nah, it's like, you know what, yeah, I don't care.
And that's crazy because, bro, you've been in, like, even some of the videos that you filmed in your time, you've been in some tense situations, but you're still there, steady-handed. Like, even that Killer P and Nico situation, like, that looked a little bit squashed and tense. Like, even though the man were talking about, nah, this is just a music thing, you could tell, it wasn't just a music thing, because I could hear in the background what was going on. So, nah, that's interesting, bro.
And it's one of them, like I said, if you want to get something, you have to be in them.
Yeah, 100%.
But you also, what I think Risky Roadz, the blessing of it is, me and Sparky both always wanted to be the neutral voice. So, say for instance, someone sent for somebody, we'd tell that person, look, we've got to tell him because we need to give him his opportunity to talk. Because I don't want to put it out in his bias. Because then, going like in the future, that person's never replied, so they don't like us. They're not going to deal with us because we made them look.
And that happened a lot.
Yeah, so it's like we kept the neutral ground. And that's why now I could work with the movement, I work with better know.
No,
you know,
and it's not an issue.
Yeah, that, or whatever.
That's true, man. And before we finish here, I want to finish with something that's a bit more fun, a bit more jovial. And I think you're going to get it. You'll kill this. When I finish my interviews, I play this game called You Better Recognize. Yeah? Okay. And what it is, I take out from people's work something from over 10 years ago and see if they can remember and recognize. And what I've done with you, I've taken a few, but you know what I'm going to do? Because I know you're really good at this. Yeah. I'm going to say the lyrics and then I'll play the video after. Okay. I'm going to say a little bit of a lyric and see if you can remember what video this has been taken from. Yeah. So the first one.
Now. This is where it
this is where it gets difficult. So the first one, it says serious. Let's keep it all basic.
Basically, you're basic. Let's go.
Come on, God bless him. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Let me just play it as well.
Legend.
All right, cool. Yeah. Big up Esco, man. He gone way too soon, man. Way definitely. Too soon. Rest in peace. Yeah, all right, cool. Next one I've got, you're gonna know that. I know you're gonna know this, but all his man them come off the block.
Start scattering.
Jump the wall, climbing over fences. Start scattering. Yeah. Bro, let's play it quickly.
First time you ever got seen on anything?
Yeah, bro. And then I remember seeing it and I was like, yo, who the hell is this? Because it's
so
all the
different.
light.
Yeah.
He was just mad.
Believed in himself. I remember filming this, just looking at me and Sparky looking at each other like,
yo, this is gonna be, could you tell that he was gonna be something after that?
You know what, I've got a good ear. That's one thing I can say, like, it's mad that I never had an A&R job, because I've got a good ear. Like, even recently, Octavian, I found him and put him on my channel about 3 years ago.
No
way.
3
years ago, yeah. And there was an article in a magazine recently, it was like from Risky Roadz to Louis Vuitton.
No way.
Yeah, so it's like...
But you know, when I first heard him, I knew it as well. I was like, there's something just different about
he's got star quality in his voice, you can hear it, innit? Yeah, he's shit. Big up Octavian.
Alright, cool. I don't know if you're gonna get this one though. I've been in the hills doing deals. Hoodie up, woolly, so feds come.
Scraps.
And oh my god. How did you get it though? How did you get
it? I remember everything.
That was important to me because some people don't know that Scraps, one of UK's biggest rappers, he was actually an MC in Grime first. And he's from my sides as well, from Northwest. So like obviously we went to the estate. We come to the estate. I could tell from when you were filming it. Hold on, let me play it. See, people don't know, and you know what? Yeah, just to kind of elaborate on that. Yeah, I feel like Scraps might be the only artist that actually, I would say, he killed Grime.
Yeah.
And he's killed UK rap. Yeah. Like, because even if you remember towards the end of Scraps' Grime career, he had that little beef with Skepta as well.
Yeah, that's mad.
Do you remember that? Those dubs were going back and forth.
They was,
interesting, man.
The radio beefs.
Yeah, bro. Listen, Rooney, bro. Like, you have contributed so much to my life. You know, it's all mad. Like, you've contributed to a man's life, bro. Not pause. It sounds a bit mad, but I think, and it's probably so many other people as well that will reflect how I feel, and that's why it's just so nice that you could come here today and
No,
sit
thanks
down
for
and
having me,
speak
man.
with me, man. I appreciate
bro,
it.
it's love always, you know that.
Bro, I wish you all the best.
Thank
Anything
you.
you need from me, bro, like whatever it
Likewise.
might be, but I'm willing to be involved. Like, keep doing what you're doing. And thank you for imprinting the culture the way that you have, bro.
Thank you, bro. That means a lot, honestly, love.
Thank you,
always.
brother. Yeah, you know what it is. It's Roach Real Talk. Keep it here. Keep up with Rooney as well. Risky Roads is still doing their thing. Come on, man. I'll be back with another episode soon. Love.